welcome back to Cityline. Oh my goodness, this beautiful, sparkly person on the couch has a name that goes with the image. I'm talking about Athena Brewer. She is the chair of the South End Neighborhood Council, and she is here to talk about, of course, the big anniversary that's coming up here. Athena, welcome to Cityline.
Thank you so very much.
Your
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, I'm so glad you are here. Your parents have the best taste in names. Athena is one of my favorite names.
Thank you. Yes, I've always loved it. Thank you to my mom,
Yeah.
Rhonda. Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. So you are the chair, among other things that you currently do, full-time student, of the South End Neighborhood Council. So tell us, how many councils are there? Because Tacoma is becoming so big that what's our current number right now?
We have 8 great neighborhood councils in Tacoma. Yes, and I am here today representing not only the South End Neighborhood Council, but also the Community Council of Tacoma, which is the umbrella organization of all 8 neighborhood councils.
Wow, so you are what we would call sometimes the parent company of all of those.
Yes, we are, CCOT meets once a month with all of the neighborhood councils together. And it's an open meeting if anybody would like to.
Really? Because one of my questions was, remind us what those neighborhood councils do and what is community councils? Because you do meet once a month. Are you an advisory council or a governing council or both?
Sure. So the neighborhood councils in general, we educate our neighbors and our community about the ways of the city government and how things get done and how we can come together to solve problems and find solutions in our community. And the community council is the kind of umbrella, or like I said, parent organization of all the neighborhood councils. So all 8 of us get together once a month and to discuss what's going on in our neighborhood councils in our individual areas. And we are an advisory board. We advise on whatever matters have come up before City Council. If we have a strong opinion one way or the other, we'll let them know.
I bet that this team has a lot of opinions, because I have to tell you, in the 25, 6, 7 years I've lived here, I have never seen more activism and voices and people speaking up than I see now about neighborhoods, what they'd like to see developed, what they'd like to see solved. There's so many issues we have right now. In your mind, when you and the other members of the community council look at people in those roles, why are neighborhood councils more important than ever today, Athena?
That's a great question. I think, neighborhood councils, we're here today celebrating the 30th anniversary. So we've been around for 30 years, which is super impressive. And they've always been important. It's always been important to connect with community. But I think today, more than ever, with the state of the world and uncertainty, everybody's feeling it's been a rough couple of years. Being part of a neighborhood council is something that folks can do that's tangible, that an effort for the community, for your neighbors, for each other, coming together to solve problems and getting to know each other. And there's just something special about getting together with folks who are your neighbors.
Yeah.
In your area. I had another thought, but I lost it. So
that's
we'll
all right.
Keep going.
Okay. So if I want to get involved in my neighborhood council, how do I go about doing that?
Well, you can visit 253ccot.org.
We've been showing that across the bottom of your face.
Fabulous.
Yes.
Yes, and there's information there and how to attend the meetings, what day the meetings are for each neighborhood council, and links to their sites, and they're all open meetings, so you can attend any of them across the city that their heart desires.
So you can try before you buy.
Yeah.
You can sit in that and bring forth your ideas and see how things
Absolutely.
are discussed and brought up, and also how things are accomplished, which is, I think, is always important. When I'm looking at a board or a council, I want to know what they have done and where they're going. So the fact that we can, those meetings are open to the public says everything right there. So let's talk about that 30th anniversary. Wow. First off, I can't believe how quickly that's gone by. Secondly, I think it's only been 30 years. There's so much momentum with those councils. So what are the plans for the big party?
So there has been a renewed interest and momentum in the neighborhood councils. We're loving that. It's just something of we're interested in getting out there and doing something in our community with each other, for each other. And I'm sorry, what was the question?
That's all right. It's okay, my dear. I know you're nervous, and it's just us. What are your plans for that 30th anniversary
Oh, thank you.
party?
Yes. How could I forget? I'm wearing the pearls and everything.
You are dressed for a party.
Yes, indeed. So the 30th anniversary is the Pearl anniversary. And so we're really running with this theme. And we have, so it's the 30th anniversary next month in September. And so on September 24th, we're having a fabulous event sponsored by Party Tacoma, who has been kind enough to give us their space at 455 St. Helens. It's the the old car museum.
Yes, I know where that is.
Fabulous, yes. And we are going to get together on that day and have a little award ceremony and a big raffle drawing and some light refreshments and just things for folks to get together and celebrate the past 30 years and then where we're going to go for the next 30.
My goodness. Okay, so there were a couple things you said there I have to go back and visit. First off, you said prizes. So let's talk about the prizes and how we get in line for those prizes, or do I need to buy a ticket? What do I do?
Well, it's free for everyone to enter, as well as the event is free for everyone to attend as well. Free family fun.
Yeah.
And the prizes are the grand prize is for the scavenger hunt that we're also doing. It's already started. It starts now. And it goes until, there it is.
Wow.
Yeah, it goes until the day before the party.
Okay.
And there are, since there are 8 great neighborhood councils, we have 8 clues on the website, on that 253ccot.org. And folks can go there and find the clues and then solve them to find 8 locations, 1 in each neighborhood council.
Okay.
And it's also accessible if folks prefer not to or are unable to go out into the world and find them. They're also able to find those photos online of these 8 locations. And so folks just send those in by the 23rd to the 253ccot@gmail.
Okay.
And all of the correct entries will be automatically entered into the grand prize drawing for the giant pearl. And then folks need not be present to win. But there will be additional, not as giant, but still
Other
fabulous
runner-up
pearl
prizes.
Yes, on the day of the event. So folks can be there for that.
That is so clever, Athena. You and your teammates have it going on.
We really do.
I love that. So you've given us I love how you've memorized that website. That's impressive. You've given us the website where we can go and get all the details so we can bring our family. Did you also mention food? Because I'm all about food.
Yes, light refreshments. Yes,
Okay.
it'll be from 11 to 2. So it's kind of midday. So we'll have some little light refreshments for folks to be able to enjoy.
Very nice. And when people all come together, what are you hoping to accomplish? Are you wanting stories of the past? Are you wanting perhaps hopes for the future? Are you wanting people just to get to know each other?
All of the above, I think, would be the answer. Yes. We're definitely going to have some of the founding members, the legacy members who started this all, whose shoulders on which we stand here today for all of their hard work, and we want to honor that. Super important. And then we're also looking forward to just what we want to do for the future and where we're going to go in the next 30 years and what we can accomplish and where we can take this and
Oh, I love that.
Really just keep it moving.
I bet you're going to have a guest book so we can see
Oh,
who
yes.
signed in,
Oh, yes.
what council they were in. Do you have, speaking of great pictures that we just talked about, are there going to be pictures of what those neighborhoods used to look like,
Ooh.
or council members that like what was the first North End Council? What was the first East Side Council? Are you going to have that kind of?
We're definitely going to have a slideshow going on in the background, so there'll be lots of fun pictures and interest for folks, and to see what's come down through the years. Hopefully, get some pearls of wisdom from some of
Pardon
our.
the pun. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for all the work that you and your team have done and are still doing as we work toward this celebration. And they always say, if you forget the past, you're doomed to repeat it. But this time, we want people to remember how great these neighborhoods are. So Athena, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much. It was an absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Pleasure's all mine. After a little bit of musical chairs, when we come back, Farron will be in the house on the comfy couch here to talk about some of the involvement she has at Green Trike. You don't want to miss that. We'll be right back.